Testing, 1 2 1 2. All right, y'all. Um, you guys know I'm doing this series on, you know, how beta male situations can go bad. Anyway, here to talk about Phil Hartman today. Uh, you guys might be young. Some of you guys might be too young to remember who Phil Hartman was. Phil Hartman was probably better known for most of the stuff he did on The Simpsons and the stuff and when he was on Saturday Night Live back in the 80s and early 90s. It's a tragic story about Phil Hartman because he got his life together, and just when he hit the pinnacle of success, it was snuffed out. His wife, who had mental problems that weren't addressed properly, she ended up killing him and then killing herself. But let's take a look at, see, I'm telling these stories not to, like I say, never to antagonize the Hartman family or the other lady's family, or never to antagonize the families, but just to show men where you go wrong. Being a nice guy, Phil Hartman was a nice guy, man. He was a good dude. You know what I mean? Just a nice guy, right? And you think, because a lot of times in the media, it's pushed to be a nice guy, and they tell you nice guys win, but nice guys don't win. They really, very rarely do nice guys win, and in the end, it usually falls apart. So this is what happened with Phil Hartman. So he meets this. He has already had been married twice. This is his third marriage. He meets this chick on a business trip, the last wife, and he marries her. He's a good dude. He's a good provider. Just a good guy. You know what I mean? She jumped on that. Now, what Phil Hartman didn't address was her drug problems. She had a serious drug problem, and he did not. He tried to love her through it. See, sometimes, man, you got somebody who got a problem, man. You try to love them through it. But you know what? Sometimes people are beyond the scope of your help. They need professional help. And the last thing they need is somebody who enables them to be able to behave that way. Because they're eventually going to get the person, they're going to get the enabler killed, as what happened in this situation. Anyway, she has a lot of personality defects. Now, a lot of you guys out there, you guys will see personality defects and you go, yeah, that's no big deal. I can deal with that. Oh, she's a little jealous. Yeah, I can deal with that. That's cute. It looks cute at first. That jealousy becomes possession. Now she was jealous of him. She was so jealous of Phil Hartman. One of his ex-wives, when the new wife and and Phil Hartman had a new baby, one of Phil Hartman's ex-wives sent him a card saying, "Oh, congratulations on your new baby." The new wife got so mad, she wrote her a 3 or 4 page letter threatening to kill her and all this. And I'm like, what? Why? But those are the signs that Phil Hartman didn't pay attention to, because he thought, man, if I love her enough, I can love her through it. Sometimes you can't. Most of the times you can't. Most of the time these women, man, are not going to. A woman with a serious drug problem, I don't even say a man with a serious drug problem. you're not going to be able to love them through it. And most likely, they're going to need professional, serious professional help. And it's probably going to be the end of the relationship. But see, he didn't want it to be the end of the relationship. He wanted it to work. And when you're with somebody, male or female, when you're with somebody and you want it to work more than they want it to work, that's when you got a problem, man. You got a real problem on your hands. See, everybody should be on the same page. Oh, if you don't want it to work, then I don't want it to work. But when people know, oh, that person is willing to do whatever it takes to make this work, I don't have to do nothing. Since another person can just, they have no nothing to push them towards being a better person. Why should they? You are going to put your work in plus her work in to try to make the relationship work. So why should she even have to change her behavior? And unfortunately, man, Phil Hartman found out about this too late. Oh, man. Anyway, I liked Phil Hartman, man. I thought he was pretty funny, especially when he was on Saturday Night Live. I thought he was pretty funny. You know what I mean? And it's sad the way he had to go out at the hands of his wife, but it is what it is. But I'm saying that to say, bring this out to light so that you guys that think you're going to nice guy your way around somebody with a bad personality, no, you're not. And take when you see people who have bad personality, when you're dating someone and you see crinkles in their, you see chinks in their armor, that should let you know, man, oh, okay, now I know why this person is single. You see this beautiful girl and she's single. You go, wait, and then you go out with her and you see her, how she behaving really badly. Then you know, okay, because if they're treating other people badly, eventually they're going to treat you badly. That's the way I feel about it anyway. Anyway, let's get to Phil Hartman's unfortunate demise. So anyway, this chick was really jealous. She was really very jealous. And, of course, a bad personality, high jealousy, chronic depression, plus a out of control cocaine habit. Those are not good. Those are not things you want in your wife. those are everything bad you want in a wife. So, but he, bless his heart, man, he tried to love her through it. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. So he ended up, ultimately, he got into an argument the night he got killed. He ultimately gave her, they believe he gave her an ultimatum. Either you go to rehab and get yourself together, or I'm out. And she wanted to argue about it. And because he's got that beta male mentality, he didn't stand up and hold his ground or whatever, or he didn't even want to argue with her. He just said, he's done with it. He was like, I'm done. I'm going to bed. Hey, let me tell you something, man. If you have a wife or a girlfriend that you live with who is heavy cocaine user, chronically depressed, and has mood swings and very super jealous, do not go to bed with her after an argument. Do not go to bed, because you putting yourself in a bad situation. Anyway, this is what Phil Hartman did. He went to bed. He said, forget it. I'm going to go lay down. Man, never thought in a million years, his wife would go get a gun and shoot and kill him. He would never have laid down if he thought that would happen. He would have took them children, because he had other instances where she got reckless and he took the children out of the house. So I don't know why he even laid down with her, because he already saw that she was a wreck. She was a wrecking ball. with a huge cocaine habit, and I mean, just anyway. Shout out to Phil Hartman, man. You know, rest in peace. But this is a lesson for you guys. So let me finish the story. Anyway, she went and killed him. I guess because he gave her the ultimatum, hey, you gotta go to rehab or else I'm out. That's it. And she said, no. Well, then if I can't have you, you know, it's classic. I can't have you. Ain't nobody gonna have you, right? She kills him, goes over to a friend's house, tells a friend I killed him. The friend and her come back to the house. The friend sees Phil Hartman dead in the bed with gunshot wounds. He goes out of the room and calls 911. The wife runs into the bedroom, locks herself in the bedroom. After the police get there, they try to talk her out of get out of the room. She won't come out, and then all of a sudden they hear a gunshot. Bam! They go in, and she kills herself, and she's laying there with Phil Hartman, next to Phil Hartman. All of this because this man was too nice. He just didn't recognize it and didn't address it. See, let me tell you something, guys. When you out there, when you have a person with personality disorders, you have to address them. You have to confront those kind of things, because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to be in a bad situation later. That's the whole point of this. It's not to, you know, make her look bad or whatever. It's to show, hey, look at this guy, man. Everybody loved Phil Hartman. What's not to love, right? But this lady was abusing him physically, and nobody knew it until he started telling his friends about it. He was done. He didn't know what to do. What could he do? But what he should have done was he should have just bounced a long time ago. He should have just, once he saw that crazy behavior, crazy, you can get away with that when you're in your 20s. When you're in your 30s and 40s and you still crazy, that's real crazy, and you got to just say, okay, this person ain't for me. This ain't working for me. Well, unfortunately, man, he didn't get a chance to do that. Rest in peace, Phil Hartman, and the rest of you guys. Learn from his mistakes. He had a really super jealous woman. When you got a super jealous woman, they usually are snoopers. They're usually going through your wallet, your pockets, your car, your everything. All right. Yeah, so anyway, take a look at what you got going on in your life. Take a look at your significant other and see if they are the kind of person that are just jealous, crazy people. They're going through your clothes, going through you do not want to be with somebody that's a snooper. You know, snoopers are just tough to live with. Every little thing they find, they just turn it into a big federal case. Anyway, what do you think? Am I crazy? Was Phil crazy? Did Phil do the right thing and try to love her through it, or and it just didn't work out, or what? What do you think? What do you think? I think you young guys, and any of you guys, don't. If you see these crazy traits with a woman, don't hesitate to pull the trigger. Hit the eject button. Don't play. Don't play around. You know what I mean? They're not going to correct it. They're not going to go to counseling or whatever and correct it, or rehab or whatever. First of all, let me say this. You're with somebody and they have a serious drug problem. I don't care how much you love them. You're not going to be able to correct that. They have a serious drug problem. You need to just walk away. You need to leave them alone and walk away. That's my advice. Otherwise, you're putting yourself in grave danger, mortal danger, just like this man did, unfortunately. Anyway, what do you think? Right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Rest in peace, Phil Hartman. And, never be the aggressor. Never be the aggressor.